Let me ask you something. Have you ever had a fight with your mom that ended not with yelling but with silence? That cold, dead quiet where you're in the same room, but you might as well be on different planets. That's the heart of Lady Bird. Not the prom, not the college applications, not the cute boys. It's that silence. The most painful silence in all of cinema. Most people watch Lady Bird and see a cute coming-of-age story about a girl who hates her hometown and wants to go to New York. But they miss the real story. This isn't just a movie about growing up. It's an autopsy of a mother and daughter who hate each other because they are exactly the same. And today, we're breaking down the thing no one talks about. How Lady Bird had to break her mother's heart to save her own. How the very flaws she hated most about Marion were the exact ones that made her who she is. Part 1. The Mirror of Resentment. Let's start with the very first scene of the movie. The hotel room. Marion is reading Lady Bird's college essay. She says it's good, but it could be better. And Lady Bird loses her mind, jumps out of a moving car. Everyone remembers the jump. But no one remembers what Marion says right after. "You're just like me." And that's the whole movie right there. That line isn't an insult. It's a confession. Marion and Lady Bird don't fight because they're different. They fight because they're identical. They have the exact same stubbornness, the exact same pride, the exact same sharp tongue. And that's the problem. When you look at someone and see your own worst flaws staring back at you, you don't see yourself. You see an enemy. Every fight they have is just a fight with themselves. Marion yells at Lady Bird for being selfish because she knows she's selfish too. Lady Bird hates Marion for being judgmental because she's just as judgmental. They're mirrors held up to each other, and neither one likes what they see. That's why they can't stop fighting. They're not fighting each other. They're fighting the parts of themselves they can't stand. Part 2. The Weaponization of Silence. Now let's talk about the silence. Everyone thinks fighting is the worst part of a bad relationship. But it's not. The worst part is the silent treatment. And Marion is a master at it. She doesn't yell when she's mad. She just stops talking. She stops acknowledging you exist. And that's way more painful than any insult. Remember when Lady Bird tells Marion she's going to prom with Danny? Marion doesn't say yes or no. She just keeps washing dishes and doesn't look at her. Or when Lady Bird changes her name to Lady Bird. Marion refuses to call her that for years. That's not a mistake. That's a weapon. Marion uses silence to say, "If you don't play by my rules, you don't exist." And Lady Bird's response? She acts out. She gets drunk. She lies she dates the wrong guys. She does everything she can to fill that silence with noise. Because if she's loud enough, maybe she won't have to feel the fact that her own mother won't talk to her. That's the cycle. Marion withdraws to control. Lady Bird rebels to be seen. And neither one ever says what they really mean. Part 3. Inheriting the Sharpest flaws. Here's the thing no one tells you about growing up. The more you hate something about your parents, the more likely you are to become it. And that's exactly what happens to Lady Bird. She spends the entire movie running away from Marion. But everywhere she goes, she takes Marion with her. Remember when she makes fun of Julie for being poor? That's Marion's voice coming out of her mouth. Remember when she lies about where she lives to impress the rich kids? That's Marion's anxiety about money talking. Even her Lady Bird persona, it's built on the exact same pride that Marion has. She doesn't want to be Christine because Christine is the girl her mom controls. But the truth is Lady Bird is just Marion with a different name. Psychology calls this introjection. It means you swallow the person you're supposed to hate just to survive. Lady Bird didn't reject Marion. She ate her. And then, she spent years trying to spit her back out. She thought if she was loud enough and different enough, she could erase Marion from her DNA. But you can't outrun your mom, no matter how far you go. Part 4. The Ritual of Becoming. Then comes the dress shopping scene. This is the turning point of the entire movie. And almost no one notices it. Lady Bird is trying on prom dresses. She hates every single one. And then Marion holds up a dress. And Lady Bird says, "That's the one." And for a second, everything stops. They look at each other in the mirror. And for the first time, they don't see an enemy. They see themselves. That's the moment they realize they like the same things. They have the same taste, the same eye for beauty, the same idea of what perfect looks like. And that's when Lady Bird starts to understand. The things she hated about Marion weren't just flaws. They were strengths. Marian's critical eye. That's what made Lady Bird have good taste. Marian's stubbornness? That's what made Lady Bird have the guts to move to New York. The very things she was running from were the exact things that were pushing her forward. She couldn't become Lady Bird until she accepted that she was also Marian. Part 5. Forgiveness through the rearview mirror. Now the final scene. Lady Bird is in New York. She's finally escaped Sacramento. She's finally living her dream. And what does she do? She changes her name back to Christine. She walks around the city and she misses home. She gets in a car and she drives. And that's when it hits her. Driving is the one thing Marian taught her. And suddenly, she understands everything. She realizes that leaving Sacramento wasn't about escaping her mom. It was about becoming the person her mom raised her to be. She realizes that all those fights, all that silence, all that pain wasn't for nothing. It was how they loved each other. Marian didn't know how to say I love you, so she criticized her. Lady Bird didn't know how to say I love you, so she rebelled. They were both terrible at showing love, but they loved each other anyway. And that's the point. Finding yourself isn't about escaping your parents. It's about realizing that you are them. The good parts and the bad parts. The parts you love and the parts you hate. You are a collaboration. A messy, painful, beautiful masterpiece made by two people who didn't know how to say I'm sorry. At the end of the day, Lady Bird isn't a movie about a girl who leaves home. It's a movie about a girl who finally comes home to herself and to the mother who made her. We all have a little bit of Lady Bird in us. We all have a mom we fought with and a part of her we carry with us. So tell me in the comments, what part of your mom did you inherit that you used to hate but now love? Did you ever have a fight with your mom that ended in silence? Let's talk about it. And if you liked this deep dive, hit subscribe for more breakdowns of the movies that shaped us. I'll see you in the next one.